I got an email going, put in the newsletter for February, which I'm finishing up right now. That was actually one of my other projects that I've been working on this week because we're switching from a weekly bulletin to a monthly newsletter. And she's like, we need a logo for older adult ministries. We're starting on this date. You know, we're going to have a planning meeting, but I want a logo, but it can't be cartoonish and just needs to be vibrant. That was literally her description. The logo just needs to be not cartoonish, but vibrant. Okay.
Yeah.
So I created one. I sent it to her because it was really cool. It was a circle design with, just older adult ministry and a nice fun text. And she's like, that's cartoonish. Okay. I need more, so I finally get something that she liked, and she's like, can we put a picture in it? I'm like, if this is going to be a logo, you don't want a picture, because if you want to create shirts and stuff with the logo, it's not going to work if you have a picture. And she's like, and so I showed her what the ad was, because we're kind of doing ads in our newsletter in a sense. And she's like, okay, that's a good start. And I'm like, and I sent back an email going, when you guys have this planning meeting, if you, this is where you guys decide if you want to keep the name Older Adult Ministry or come with a unique name. Give me some ideas for where the ministry is going, and then I can create a better logo. But just don't give me not cartoonish, classy, and vibrant.
So can I share a secret? And I think this will be the last thing we do today.
Yep.
Here's what I have discovered. I discovered it about 1.5 years ago. And I've had 2 clients and 2 ministries. Yeah, 2 clients and 2 ministries that this has worked on. I'm 4 for 4 on this, okay? Whenever they ask for a logo and they're super vague and they don't know what they want, I have started with a word mark instead, and they love it. 2 of them were just Helvetica. One of them was a script font, and the other one was a kid's font for a shirt or whatever. They're like, we need a new VBS logo. And so I was just like, FBE VBS, and then I put our little logo on there. And
yeah,
it was fantastic, and they loved it. They're like, "Oh, this is great." So anytime, I'm not going to go into Illustrator and spend an hour and a half on a logo that you don't know you want. Like, if you just want a logo to have one, from what I've seen, if you can just get typography down, they love it.
Yep. That's what I did. I just found the font. I finally found a font that she liked. I put the Salvation Army shield right by it and put a purple background behind it. And she's like, I like it. I'm like, okay, you gave me no direction to go on this thing.
So that's a little pro tip.
And because it's older adult, I didn't want to go down the, stereotypical, you put old people in silhouettes. And, I'm like, I knew I didn't want to go that direction, but it was just like, come on, people, more information, so yeah.
Yep. So that's a little tip. If someone wants you to do a logo fast, just do a word mark.
Yeah. Totally agree.
Helvetica new. Can't go wrong.
The problem is that they don't always know what they want. They just want you to come up with something that they like.
Yeah. And that's half the battle, right? That's why Dave gets hired on to do videos. That's why I get hired on to do websites. Is because they don't know what they want, right? Mm-hmm. That's us to find out. However, for us to do our job right, they have to know who they're communicating to, why they want it, where it's going to go, how big is it going to be, how many words is it going to be, what do they like, what do they not like, right? And some examples with that. I mean, there's a reason why if I'm going to custom design a website, I require 2 hours of planning meetings beforehand to know exactly what you want, how you want it to be presented, where it's going to go. Dave's already got an affiliate link for Cognito Forms. That's amazing. I didn't know they had one.
Yeah.
And so once we know that information, then we can create it, right? And it will be what you like because we've spent that time planning. Now, some people have that thing of, oh, well, you're the expert. You can figure it out. Like, yes, I am the expert. I can figure it out. But I'm not an expert in who you're trying to reach, what your product is, what your community is, what your tribe is. I'm not an expert in that. You are. So I need time. Chris's church, it was not a battle, but their pastor was very hesitant. Like their pastor respectfully wanted to be very hands off with the website. All he wanted was the final word. And I pushed. I said, I need a meeting with the pastor before I start this website. I met with Chris twice, and I finally we scheduled 30 minutes with the pastor. And it wasn't even me and him. It was me, him, and their administrator. I feel like it was to move in case the pastor had to leave or something, that I could, in case the pastor felt he didn't have to be there, then I could meet with the administrator. But I needed to know from the church, what is the church's mission and vision? I need to hear that from the pastor. What is his goals? What is his priorities? Because again, if he has the final approval, I need to make something that I know is communicating the way he wants to communicate. As much as Chris and their administrator knows what he wants, I need to hear it from him. And after that meeting, I knew exactly where to take it. It was awesome. And we used every one of those 30 minutes, and I could tell he was very hesitant at first. A lot of short form answers, a lot of, well, you should know this. We want to reach people for Christ. That's not what he sounds like. I'm Rick Van Winkle. But eventually he opened up and shared with me a little bit more of the spirit of the church. And I could not have gotten that out of Chris. And so,
right. And well, he needs to be able to communicate that anyway. When someone,
well, and he did. Right. I think his main concern was I was going to bog him down with a bunch of techno mumbo jumbo, and he didn't have time for that, and he doesn't, and I didn't. So that was the thing, is I had a completely renewed direction on where to take the website after talking to him, versus just the elements that Chris told me to put.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the reason why I created
experts, but we're not experts in you and your church and your ministry.
And hence the reason why I created the meme of Scotty and saying, I am not the person you think that I am. Because that's what churches think. They think we're Scotty. They think that, oh, we just say this and he'll get it done. And it's like, no, we're not. We're not this miracle worker that you think we are.